let's take a look at the top talkers of the day, guys. Big news out of South Carolina overnight. After 13 hours of heated debate, the House has approved the removal of the Confederate flag from the Capitol grounds. The decision came early Thursday after an emotional yet overwhelming vote of a 2/3 margin, which called for the flag's immediate removal from the Confederate Soldiers Memorial at the state capitol. The decision, of course, comes on the heels of the massacre at Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church last month, which took the lives of 9 people. Now, opponents of the flag's removal say that the Confederate flag represents Southern heritage and that the flag had been, quote, hijacked or abducted by racists. Governor Nikki Haley has recently said that she supported the removal of the flag, a change in her earlier stance to keep the flag as a symbol of South Carolina's heritage. She stated that the tragedy that befell her state last month caused her to realize that while many conservative whites saw the Confederate flag as a symbol of pride in their Southern ancestry, most of African Americans saw it as a dark reminder of a racist past. Haley has supported the bill, which called for the flag's removal within 24 hours of her signature. Quote, "It is a new day in South Carolina, a day that we can all be proud of, a day that truly brings us all together as we continue to heal as one people and one state," Haley said. The bill will now head to her desk for that signature, but there is no official word on when the bill will be signed. Some people are hoping even by tomorrow that the flag will come down. I think that now that it has been approved, the signature is going to be swift and immediate, and that the Confederate flag will come down. And, you know, we talked about this, you know, in the last couple of weeks. People, if they do feel that it is a symbol of their Southern heritage, they do have that right, their First Amendment right, to fly it on their lawns, to have it on their house, to host the flag on their house. But I think the argument is that it should not be on state grounds. It shouldn't be on the state capitol. It should be in a museum because it is a relic of history. But South Carolina, and what's interesting, South Carolina was the first state to secede from the Union. It was also about 50 years ago, that flag was raised again in protest of civil rights. So clearly, the flag does have it has connotations of the racist past that sparked the Civil War. It is a relic of history, belongs in a museum, not on state capitol grounds. That's my opinion. That's my opinion, and I think the Senate and the House in South Carolina did the right move.
Yeah. All right. Well, switching gears, have you ever been to Rita's Ice? It's over on like Wantabo and Eubank. Well, if you're a fan of Rita's Ice, you're going to be kind of sad because they're taking off one of their most popular menu items. The old-fashioned, award-winning, creamy, frozen custard will no longer be offered at Rita's locations nationwide due to the egg shortage caused by a recent spike in avian bird flu. On the Rita's website, they state that they are unable to acquire eggs, which are a key ingredient to their award-winning custard. So they're substituting premium Rita's soft serve ice cream. That means if you are a fan of their gelati or their blindinis, they will still have them, but substituted with soft serve ice cream. Their frozen custard will return as soon as they can have access to a sustainable supply of eggs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's interesting.
And it's nationwide.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. We were there like last week.
Where is it located here in the Duke City?
Like on Wantabo and Eubank. You know how they meet? You know how
that's
Wantabo
up in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, kind of. So you know how Wantabo curves and then hits Eubank?
Oh, yes. Okay. So
it's
not
right
in your
by
neck
there.
of the woods.
Not, I mean, kind of. I mean, I guess if you go
live in
really far.
Albuquerque.
I live in Albuquerque, so exactly.
I was going to say
nationwide. I was like, well, maybe it won't affect Albuquerque, but it totally is. But you can still, I mean, you can still get, and they said that it will taste different. So with the soft serve ice cream, it'll be a little bit of a different taste, but you can still get the same creations that you love if you like your cold treats like I do.
Blindini?
Blindini.
I love the name alone.
So Blindini, they have their Italian ice, and then they have their frozen custard. Blend them together.
It's like
Blindini.
It's a magical blend of flavors.
Exactly. So yeah, they'll mix, a lot of times they'll mix their Italian ice, which is really good, by the way. They'll mix their Italian ice with, you know, they'll throw frozen custard on top of it or blend it together. But now it'll be soft serve ice cream for a bit. They'll go back as soon as they can.
It's not like they're saying, well, we're out of eggs, so we're going to substitute with bricks.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you still get
that was their
ice
second
cream.
choice. Fortunately, they went with the soft serve.
Thank goodness.
All right, well, foodies, listen up. Finally, the moment that we have all been waiting for. Taco Bell has started their delivery service. Happy New Year to us. All right, before we get too excited, though, guys, here in the Duke City, they have not launched the service here.
Come on!
But I know they're working on it. Folks in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas, and some other 90 test markets can now have their double-decker tacos or Crunchwrap Supremes delivered to their homes, thanks to a partnership with startup delivery company DoorDash. Now, pricing of the delivery will vary based on the location and the proximity to the delivering restaurant. In addition to Taco Bell, DoorDash delivers from California Pizza Kitchen, the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
This is my new favorite company. Of course, they do it for an added fee.
Yeah.
Now, Taco Bell has said that they plan to make this delivery service a nationwide feature, but they have not specified when that will happen. So, for now, us Burquinos, we have to make the trek to an actual restaurant for our Taco Bell fix. But at least there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Come on.
They got it. I mean, you know, we're always late to the party.
We
know,
are.
we're always fashionably late. But the fact that they're doing it, you know, close to Dallas, you know, Dallas being pretty
Oh, it's
close
coming.
proximity, it's coming. And you know, with DoorDash, I think they're trying to see if this partnership with DoorDash works. If that doesn't work out, they may try different opportunities, and they're going to see if it's economically viable for the company. But I'll tell you right now, I'd call up.
Oh, I would call. And I live pretty close to a Taco Bell, and I would call because
I want my
the last
chalupa
thing I
waiting for me.
ever want to do is get off the couch. It's hard for me sometimes.
The last thing you ever
It's the last thing on my mind is getting up. You know,
The
but I
double-decker
mean, the Cheesecake
so-
Factory. We're getting a Cheesecake Factory, so now
Life is
I'm
good.
not gonna leave my house.
Life is good.
Luckily, we have something later on in the show that you can work out.
You can work out,
Yeah.
so you don't have to feel totally bad about it.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. That's right.